My name is David Ricklin, and I'm here to talk about 12-step programs. I want to start this video by admitting up front I have not personally been through a 12-step program, but I know many people that have. I found that either people are very passionately for or very strongly against the program, but I'm not looking to take a side in this video. My goal is to give you an overview of what the 12 steps are, because they have proven to be a great way for many people to get their lives back on track. Very simply, the 12-step program is a set of guiding principles outlining a course of action for recovery from addiction, compulsion, or other behavioral problems. They're the core principles used by Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, Overeaters Anonymous, and many other groups. They were first published in 1939 in the book Alcoholics Anonymous, the story of how more than 100 men have recovered from alcoholism. According to the rules of Alcoholics Anonymous, you take one step at a time and aren't allowed to skip ahead to the next step until you've completed the last one. And don't be fooled by the fact that we'll go through all these in 5 minutes, because it can take people years to successfully make it through all 12. Let's get started. Step number 1. We admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. And one of the things I want to point out is each of the 12 steps I'm talking about mention alcohol by name, but this also applies to other addictions. No one likes admitting that they don't have control over their own lives, and those who frequently abuse drugs and alcohol often make excuses. That's why the first and most important step in the program is to admit to yourself that you've lost control over your life and need to seek help. Step number 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity. Step number 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. The second and third steps are two of the most controversial of the original 12 steps. Are you an atheist? Are you an agnostic? If so, this program's not for you. You would literally be turned away at the second step. Step number 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. In the fourth step, you look inside yourself. Has your addiction made you do things you're not proud of? Have your own moral shortcomings led you to your current place in life? Let's look at the next 3. Step number 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. Step number 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all of these defects of character. Step number 7, humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings. Here you can see how central religious faith is to the 12 steps. The focus is not on improving yourself directly. Instead, it's always on asking God to improve you. Step number 8, made a list of all the persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Step number 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. Broken families, broken furniture, broken bank accounts, broken homes. Addiction is rarely a victimless disease, and the friends and family of those who abuse alcohol are often hurt more than the abuser themselves. The 8th and 9th steps are all about making amends for the harm and suffering you've caused to those close to you. Step number 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Step number 11, sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for His knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. The 10th and 11th steps contain one of the most important teachings of the 12 steps. There is no such thing as a fully recovered addict, but only ones who have managed to control their disease for now. Unless you remain constantly vigilant, continuously taking personal inventory and trying to deepen your relationship with God, your addiction can return and control your life again. Finally, step number 12. Having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all our affairs. These are the 12 steps. I know there's more to be said, but I only had 5 minutes today. Here are your questions for the day. What are your personal experiences with the 12-step programs or with people you know? Are they effective? What have you heard about them? Don't forget to comment on our video below. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and visit selfgrowth.com.